It's amazing. Beta!
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on, my friends? LoganJYA here with my boy Esteban, who did it again. That's right, he top 16'd the YCS 3V3 event. Him and his team was going in there, and he was doing us proud with the Drytrons. Esteban, my friend, how are you doing?
I'm really fine, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good, and I'm super stoked to have you on here again. We already know you're a high-caliber Drytron player, and you keep holding that true right here in the year of our Lord 2022, October. You know, time cannot stop the power of Drytron.
Exactly, and this is a pleasure for me to be again in your channel. You know, you have so many ideas to build a deck, so I really enjoy to be here to show the world that Drytron is the best deck in this moment.
Exactly, man, and let's show them why, you know. Without further ado, you ready to, well, first, let's get into some quick things. Tell me a little bit about your team for the 3v3.
Okay, so my team was Pablo Dominguez, that was the player B, and he was playing Evil Twin Sprite. And player C was Santiago Marin, that was playing Sprite, 2-element, Brave Token, Adventure Token, sorry, Danger. That was a little... that was the version that Triff played in the Brazil YCS, but he changed a little bit.
Cool. Well, it definitely sounds like a powerful pile. But before we dive into your list that helped carry your team to victory, are there any shoutouts you want to give?
Sure. Shoutouts to my team, Physica. That was the team where we were playing in the YCS team. Shoutouts to Kaylor. That was the man that gave me the idea to play this build now with Benton to 3. And shoutouts to Santiago Marin and Pablo, that was my teammates in the YCS. And also shoutouts to my channel, my Heroes Brand channel, that you know, it's the Drytron channel, but in Spanish.
Yes, exactly. And I encourage everybody who's watching right now to go into the description, slide over to my man's channel, give him that subscribe real quick, all right? Especially if you're following in the Spanish side, this is where you get to go and hear all of the good stuff spoken from someone of even stronger, more powerful Drytron energy than yours truly right then and there. So you guys got a lot to look forward to. And we're going to talk about matchups at the end of the deck profile, so stick around till then if you want to hear that. But anything else before we hop into it?
Okay, no, I think we can go.
Awesome, let's get into it. Start off with the main deck.
Okay, so standard, triple alpha, triple zeta, double gamma, 1 delta, and here's the thing, please don't get mad with me, 1 beta.
But beta. Oh no. All right. Listen. You had me. You gotta explain this one for me. Listen, everybody who watches this channel knows I am opposed to beta. I personally think it serves no real purpose. If they DD crowed your name, that means it's already not resolved, so you're already SOL there, and it can't return a DD crowed Medionis. It only works on the monsters. So yeah. I've never been a fan of beta, but tell me why it worked for you.
Okay, for me it worked because some people do the DD Crow when you activate Nova and link the Drytron. That people exist, trust me, I do this a lot of times because of that. Some people just, okay, Nova, Special Summon Alpha, and Link Revo, DD Crow Alpha. I say, okay, so go for Beta, return the Alpha, and activate the Alpha effect. Also, it's an extender because it's the 5th name. So you have Delta, Gamma, Zeta, and Alpha, but you have the Beta, just for tribute another Ben 10 to have another body on the field for Link Revo or for the play. I want to tell you in the end of the video too that the Generator Transverser with the Vanity Ruler calling kit we did. So this name worked really good for me. Also, if you draw the Ritual spell, it's kind of the same like Delta, because this name doesn't do anything because I'm playing Prosperity. So it's another name just for combo. So it worked really good for me. How can I tell?
So there was a few times where you saw yourself needing the 5th name.
Yeah, because it's really good for extend. Also, when they are playing the Ash for the Fafnir or something like that, the 5th name just came out a lot of times.
Fair enough. All right. Well, listen. I'm not gonna lie to you. You haven't sold me on beta yet, but that's okay. We can move on. Listen, guys, let me know in the comments down below. Are you gonna give beta a try? I'd like to hear from you.
And also, it will be great now with the Beast cards. Trust me.
I mean, that's fair. Maybe there's some reason to reconsider, but I want to hear from everybody. All right, let's move on. What we got?
Okay, so for the Ritual Monsters, play Draconids. Man, this card in this tournament was awesome. I just make a lot of OTKs in fourth summon because you go for Fafnir, send this for the graveyard, return the Ritual spell, and summon it, and attack for game. This card is just awesome. It
It's
also works
literally
really good,
Ultimate Conductor Tyranno.
but better.
Yeah.
This card is better than Ultimate Conductor Tyranno. It's for the 4K. This card is just awesome.
Absolutely.
The triple beautiful and excellent Benton, man.
Oh yeah, legalize it. Beat a 3. We did it.
Yeah, man, we did it. This deck is just amazing. 3 Benton is just absurd. Every time I drew Benton was combo with all of extenders and all of that. The full combo with the head all, the generator and the Vanity ruler, and it was game.
Absolutely.
And also with the Natasha. Natasha was really good always. Now you can steal 3 monsters and you don't need to play the Idaten. So yeah, pretty cool. Only 4 Ritual Monsters, not many in this version. You don't need to play the Megaliths anymore. So for the rest of the monsters, 1 Orange Light, 1 Diviner, and the Vanity Ruler. The best monster in the entire game. You just summon this and you win.
You bet. I mean, if everything goes according to plan, they can't stop it. You bet you do win.
Yeah, if they don't draw Droplet or Dark Ruler, you just win. This card just make them a scoop in that game. There is not too much for a speak of that. You don't need the second and third Diviner, and with 1 Orange Light is too good. I will thinking in play Lancia for the Flounderies matchup, but that will be another card for discuss.
And that's a quick question. Did you ever miss it during the tournament? Not playing Lancia?
Because I play against 2 Flounders, and if I had the card, I just win. Because in my top 16, I lost against that Flounder, so yeah, maybe that will be a great card to put in the deck.
Gotcha.
So yeah, that's all the monsters. Go for the spells. The 2 Pot of Prosperity. This card is just amazing, man. You can call it like a name. So yeah, only 2 because I am really I have the really bad luck with these cards. With this and Fafnir. When I played 2 of these, I drew the 2, and when I played 3 of these, I drew 2 in the first hand. So I just decided to play only 2 and 1 here.
And I can kind of see that too, because, like, you know, in Drytron, we always want to have gas in our hand, and having a card in multiples that can be dead. I know it happens to all of us occasionally with Cyber Emergency, and even then some people choose to only play 2 of that card for the same exact reason, but Prosperity, especially in multiples, can be big time dead. So I'm right there with you. In fact, some of the builds that I'm testing to keep it at 40 cards, I choose to do 2 Pot of Prosperity as well. I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, for me, 2 is fine. You don't need the 3rd. Okay, for the Drytron spells, 3 Nova and 1 Fafnir. Just standard. The 1 Mirianis, I don't ever need the second one. Just play 1. If that get Diddy Crow, just go for Zeus or something like Goddess, or for the OTK with Boral Sword. You don't need the second one, really. It's just a brick.
Agreed.
Okay, so the triple Cyber Emergency and the 1 Foolish Burial, just for keep searching names. I drew a lot of times the Foolish Burial, and that worked really good for me. I'm not a big fan of this card because it's not the best name, because you need to send to the graveyard, and with Diddy Crow and the visit cards would be a little hard, but it worked really good. So I think I will not keep it, or maybe change it for a Ghost Bell or something like this new format.
Definitely, and we'll talk about that a little bit later too, prepping for them best deads, but let's keep going.
I played the most hated card in the entire Yu-Gi-Oh world,
Here
and
we
it's
go.
1 Mystic Mine in main deck. Okay, so keep going with the going second cards and triple tactic talents. This card is just awesome, man. I win a lot of games with this card. Just for when they Ash the Nova, you draw 2. When you go second, when they activate a monster effect, you can steal the Appaloosa or something like that. This card is just amazing. You need always to play 3 of these in Drytron, and more with this deck that can have a really good match going second. So this helps you a lot for break boards. So you need to play this at 3.
And
also,
would you say against the best deck cards as well that talents is going to be important to play?
Exactly, because you can draw 2 cards and go for the other's name that didn't activate the effect in that turn. You need to play this. If you have another standards to play, if your Drytron get banished from the graveyard, you can just see the hand, return 1, and just keep going with your cards. You need to play this at 3, and this format and the other format.
Agreed.
And also with the triple forbidden droplet, the best card. You need to play this. This is free in Drytron. This is
It's
like a
so
dark ruler
free.
no more. So yeah, and for the last cards, I play the two Call by the Grave. One Instant Fusion and one Call by. Instant Fusion for the Millennium Eyes. And this is a great card because also helps you to play around hand traps. And if you Vanity Ruler, get Dark Ruler, so you can activate this for banish any, I don't know, Sprite name or Tillerman name. So this is a really good card.
Agreed.
And also the two Cosmic Cyclones for Mystic Mind. That's only the target for this card.
I mean, we stay ready. We stay ready, 100%.
Yeah, we need to
there's
seriously
other
for that card.
there's other good cards you can hit too. You can hit the Flunderies map, the Tier Element traps. If you run into that stun player, you can knock out a floodgate. So it's not the worst thing. I can see it.
Yeah, it's a really good card. Also, you can hit the Feel Spell of the Tier Element. So I did that a lot of times, so I can save my Mirage Light negation. So they activate the Pearl Reino. You activate this, banish that, and keep your Mirage Light for that really good negation.
For sure, for sure. So you're not maining the Magic Key cards. I'm not.
No.
Hopefully, are you choosing to play them at all?
Yeah, I tested a lot that version of the Magic Key. Even I was thinking of play the side version, but man, that is a lot of bricks. The Magic Key is a brick, the Trap is a brick, the side is a brick, the Valkyrie is a brick. So this, if you see this deck, it's all gas.
Right.
You put Vanity Ruler with the Mirage Light and you won. If you take that ruler of something like that, you have a lot of gas because you have bent your hand, the ritual spell in your hand, all of them in the graveyard. So play the Magic Key, just put bricks in the deck, and I don't like that because I break in the last round because I put a lot of traps, and you're gonna see it in my side deck. So yeah, I don't like that. The Magic Key doesn't do anything by itself, and also the trap alone without the Magic Key, it's just a dead card. So I don't like that combo.
Fair enough, and I appreciate you sharing that. Let's move on to the extra deck.
Okay, so the extra deck, the best card, the Underworld Goddess. Man, the best play that I did is summon Underworld Goddess linking, what is the name of this card? Flunderies Empen. I just realized that, man, this is the best card in this deck. Because I summoned 4 Drytrons, and I still have the Gamma and the Delta, and, sorry, the Beta and the Graveyard. So I just link all, and with the Empen, summon this and start to go for Draconids with the Fafnir and things. So yeah, this card is really good. Also, the effect of negate all monsters the opponent controls is just absurd.
Yeah.
So the Boros Dragon for the OTK. And the link to was One Nightmare Phoenix, Mirage Light, IP Masquerena, and the Generator Transverser. I only summoned this once, but I truly recommend to play this because no one expected, and with Happiness in the format, they can just go for Dracostopelia, so you can, no one play around this card, so you can go for this and change the control and keep the Dracostopelia and give another Drytron from the opponent. And also protect from effect extraction, so for me it's a really, really good card to have in the extra deck. And yeah, this is just a generic link too.
I think it's awesome to actually give something like that a try, and to hear that it actually came up. That's right, Generator Transverser was summoned to do a steal, which is pretty crazy. I mean, Drytron is one of the better decks to take advantage of it. I remember way back in the day, I showed you guys a combo with the Chaos Max Blue Eyes monster and the Generator Transverser. There's a lot you can do with it, but there's few and far between decks that can take advantage of it like Drytron. Because once you kill whatever you give them, you just use it on your next turn. It's great.
Exactly. This is a really, really good card. I just recommend to play this. And like I said, with Happiness in the format, you can use a lot of time these cards.
Definitely.
So the Link 1, the Link Revo, and your card, Anima. I always search the space to play both. Because this with the Phoenix is just a great combo for draw another card. I always gonna play this too. And the Anima, I never summon it really. I just miss the Donner Magician. Because I take it out, but I never summon it, never need it, and yeah, I don't have too many puts for say about this card.
Fair enough.
The Diviner targets, 1 Entis, 1 Herald, just normal. The Millennium Might Restrict. This card is awesome in this deck because you can also use it for extender or do the combo with the Geonator. And also, if you already have the Vanity Ruler on the field, you can use this for the Fafnir and keep it under the Fafnir for use the Spell Trap Negate. So it's a really good card to go to do. And for the last 4 Xyz, only play 1 Zeus, 1 Beatrice, and 2 Mu Beta.
So did you ever miss the Downward Magician?
Yeah, like 2-3 times. I'm thinking to cut this and play the Downer.
I was gonna ask. Yeah, probably cut the anima in that case. Outside of that, you weren't playing Sprite Elf, were you?
Oh no, I never need that card because your main combo is Vanity Ruler. It's a good choice for making it that cannot be targeted by card effects, but you don't really need that. It can be good against the runic cards, but you don't really need that, to be honest. I never miss it, or if I had the Sprite Elf, I could win. No. I summon Vanity Ruler, I won.
And that's how we would like it to be, 100%. Well, let's move on to the side deck. Let's check it out.
Okay, so your favorite card, and mine too, the triple Lava Golem.
Oh, yeah.
I used this for the Sprite matchup because he was playing Baron. So I just activate the Mystic Mine and I give him the Lava Golem. So keep drawing. He normal summon a Diva, synchro summon the Baron again. Draw. He set a monster and a special summon another Lava Golem and just go for combo.
I love it.
This card is just amazing. If you need to play this for combo decks.
It's one of the best cards you can side in Drytron.
Yeah. One of the tech that we decided to play was the Chaos Hunter for the runic matchup, because if you have this on the field, they cannot activate the runic cards. And for the Exorcister matchup, because if you see my side A, I don't have anything for that matchup. So I needed something to special summon and try to... Now my Drytron not get banished. So I need to play 3 of this. Never came up, never drew it. The only time I saw it is when I play against Hani. He activated a runic card and banish it. But yeah, I think we need to keep this in the side deck because this helps you a lot to play against the Dimension Shifter and the other Exorcister cards that banish your cards.
Now, we can only use this on the opponent's turn, though, right? Because it does conflict with the Drytron monsters.
Exactly. You can only use this in the opponent's turn. And if you take out the Vanity Ruler, you can just tribute summon and number summon this. You can do that too.
I think I'd rather summon Ruler, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. This can work, this strategy, for the Flunderies matchup. Because the Vanity Ruler doesn't do anything. So you just tribute, normal summon this, and you have a big body in the field that do something to that deck.
That's a good point. All right, cool. I agree.
For the other cards, I played the other Mystic Mine and 1 Cosmic Cyclone. This doesn't need to be explained.
Nope. Yep. I understand.
The triple Heavenly Match, the best card in this format against 2 elements, against Plunder, against everything in this format. You need to play 3 of these. So yeah.
It's even going to continue to be true into the new format. I still think Evenly is going to be diabolical.
Exactly, and that is because the rest of the format, no one put Omni Negate in the field. With the Running Totem Band, this card just get more powerful.
Right, absolutely.
And the last card, was the Ghost in Match.
Okay, let's hear about this. I haven't seen a lot of people siding Floodgates in Drytron, and I personally am not a big fan of this, but I want to hear how it worked for you. Okay,
so I decided to side this because if the Vanity Ruler gets Dark Ruler or Imperm or something like that, and you don't have a way to protect it, this card allows you to play better around the other decks. Sprites, the Flow Underease, not against Sisters, that was tell you because I don't have any side about Exorcisters. And against 2 elements can work only if they drew the Reign of Heart. So this card works pretty good, and also you just have always have the Vanity Ruler with the Mirage Light, and both are light. And you can go for OTK with the Fafnir and the Reconnect. and both I like too. So you don't have to worry about this card. It's the best floodgate you can play around. So yeah, just decided to play it just in case, an emergency case of this get destroyed or negated or something like that.
That makes sense to me. Dude,
Yeah.
This is a cool list. I like it a lot. Now, before we get into a little bit, we're going to do a quick look at the YuGiOh Transverser combo. I would love to hear a little bit more about your matchups.
Okay, so my matchups was against like 3 elements and 2 sprites, like 2 sprites and 1 berries, because the first round the opponent doesn't show up, and in the top 8 and the top 16, sorry, was the Flu Wanderers matchup. One of the best matchups it was against Hani, the pack team that was playing Sprite Runic. I think it's exactly the same version of the Joshua Smith win the YCS. So, and I won that duel 2-1.
Let's go. Showing him the power of the Drytrons. Maybe we're going to get some more people pilled on Drytron, because I got to let you know, guys, listen, it's not going anywhere. Don't let them bested cards scare you. And now, on the subject of the bested cards, what strategies are you planning to implement to best play around them? We talked a little bit about Chaos Hunter. Obviously, Triple Tactics Talents is going to be really good. You got to bring some bells into your deck. Are you ever going to think about playing more Orange Lights, Perfection Route, anything like that?
Maybe try to play the Perfection build with the white hair and the level 1 monster, just to play around that type of cards. But definitely keep the 3 Triple Tactic Talents, the Call by the Grave, and the Instant Fusion. And also the beta. You need to keep the beta. And maybe think on play the Ghost Bell, because it's a really good card against 3 elements, Sprite, and it can protect you from that beasted cards. But for that, people that say the Drytron is gonna be dead in the Darkwind Blast format, man, you are really wrong. This deck is the best deck in the new format. You have a lot of ways to play around that card, because not all the Drytrons activate in the graveyard. You can just play with your cards in your hand and try to go for the combo with that way. And so yeah. The deck is not gonna be dead in the next format. This is gonna be still the best deck.
Exactly. We're going to continue to tear it up, ladies and gentlemen. Don't fret for a second. Drytron isn't going anywhere. But let's get ready to check out this little combo with our friend YuGiOh Transverser. Guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a second. Alright, my friends, my boy Esteban decided to stick around for a little bit. He's going to show us another little combo that you guys can add to your repertoire if you want to give our friend YuGiOh Transverser a try. But I don't want to keep you, my friend. Let's get into it.
Okay, so for this combo, I'm not a big fan of the 3-card combos, but this is just an insane combo, so you need to know it for play this deck. So, you need Nova, Zeta, and any name. So, I'm gonna use the Beta, your favorite card.
Yep.
Okay, so you go for them, special summon the Alpha. Go for here into Link Reveal. Use Alpha effect, the same always. Go for Alpha, catch the Benten. Use Set effect, tribute the Benten. Go for the Ritual spell and go for the Vanity Ruler. This combo doesn't play too much so good under Nibiru, but if you drew another fairy, you can go for the Orange Light and just play through it.
Right.
So you go for the Fafnir effect, go send the Gamma. This is the normal combo of the Vanity Ruler. Go for the Benten, and here you're not gonna tribute the Link Reveal, you're gonna tribute this too. For the Vanity Ruler in this zone. Need to be in this zone or in this zone. You need to know what. Go for Benten, catch the other Benten. And this up 3 is just awesome.
It feels so good.
Yeah, go for Gamma, tribute Benten, special summon here. Benten, catch the third Benten. That's awesome. Use the Ritual spell here for the Alpha. Right. And these two into the Mirage Light here. And use the Beta or the extender you have. Tribute here, special summon. If this is a Delta, you can reveal, draw a card. But in this case, we're gonna use Benten effect at the Natasha. I always prefer to have two monsters in my hand, because if they blow up all my entire field and maybe negate this for return the monsters, I have the full what that I need to play. And you can link these two into the final Geonator transversal. So in this case, you have the negation of the Mirage Light, and your Vanity Ruler and Geonator cannot be destroyed by card effects.
That is so sneaky. I absolutely love it, my friend. And is there any times, well, we talked about it in the profile where you're actually using the Geonator to steal. Is there anything else you'd consider playing in the future? Like, would you ever think about going the route of, like, the Chaos Max for the one punch? Or is that a little too crazy?
I never really liked too much the Max Bust, but in this case with the Geonator, with this deck, with this version that is so easy to play, and with Happiness in the format, with that, something like that, you can play it. Because you just put a name here, or a Link Revo, just give the name and just attack with him with the Chaos Max. But I prefer to give the Link Revo, something like that, and attack with Draconids for just kill in that turn too.
Right, right. And also, guys, I want to add in, the cool thing about playing the Transverser, not only you get the dual utility of the fact that you can use it to steal monsters, but unlike Sprite Elf, that does not require any level Link 2 or anything like that. It's pretty much generic, so you can make it very, very easily with things like names and Link Haribos, so it's very easy to put up on the board. I think it's a good choice. I think it's something worth trying. So, guys, give it a go. Let me know what you think. Tell Esteban how awesome he is in the comments down below on your way over to subscribing to his channel. But that's all I got today, my friends. Esteban, anything else before we close out?
No, it was a really pleasure to be here in your channel, man. Really thanks you for inviting me to be here. And again, show the world that the Drytron have a lot of things to show up and be the best deck all the time.
Exactly. Drytron or Dytron, my friends. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for you today. LoganJYA signing off. Have a great day, and I'll see you chumps later. Peace.
心の隙間埋め